Hi everyone, welcome to WorldCupPreview.com, and this is going to be Group A out of the 8 groups. Joining me here is, as usual, Martin Sajas. There you go.
Doing well.
It's good. So without further ado, let's get into Group A.
And just for your fresh, his name's Ray Mamoon.
Alright.
He didn't introduce himself, I don't know why.
Alright.
Anyway, let's start.
Let's start.
So Group A is made up of South Africa, Mexico, France and Uruguay.
Next team is Mexico, the team that they'll be versing in that opening game on June 11th. Mexico have got 8 friendlies up to the World Cup. It is crazy. I mean, some people like to play 2, 3, maybe 4. 8 friendlies. Why?
And they're traveling. They play Mexico City. They're doing a US tour to actually, because they've got the Mexicans over there. So
I heard they play a lot of their games in the US just because there's more money. I mean,
more money because
they love doing
Mexicans
that.
there. The stadiums get packed. But just the traveling, the amount of games they're gonna play. I don't know how they are gonna.
I don't know if it's going to
on
help.
June 11 because there's a good chance they'll be tired and maybe even injured. You don't know.
Really. We don't know. So, but I mean, the main problem with Mexico is where the strikers. I mean, where the goal's going to come from. They've brought back Blanco after so many years. I mean,
he's 37.
He's 37. Yes. I needed a confirmation of the age there.
He's primarily played in Spain, but he's been last couple of years been back in Mexico.
Yeah.
He's still. I mean, I'm assuming he's still got the scoring touch because he's been chosen in Mexico. But at the same time, it probably shows the lack of goal scoring ability in the Mexican ranks.
And you look at Carlos Vela, wonderful young player, plays for Arsenal, and he hasn't got much game time this year. And you wonder whether or not he can sort of score the goals as well. So it's a bit of a question mark, I think, where the goals are going to come from.
That's right. So another thing which with Mexico I still find kind of strange is that in 2005 Mexico won the under-17 FIFA World Cup.
That's right. Carlos Vela played
Vela,
and Arsene Wenger just
Dos
snapped him up.
Santos
Yeah.
was there too. I think it was Giovanni Dos Santos. He was there. He plays in. I'm not sure what club plays at the moment, but he's in Europe. But he's not getting game time either.
Yeah.
So that under-17 generation of 2005 still hasn't made a transition to.
That's right. They struggled through qualifying, partly due to Sven-Göran Eriksson. We'll get to that later. But they haven't really created that spark yet.
Well, I guess those players are still. If they were 17 back then, they're probably at 22 right now. So maybe next World Cup they'll be up there. They'll be actually be a very competitive team, and actually have players playing in top flight Europe consistently.
Yeah.
So maybe it's a matter of time. Maybe it's a bit too early for this generation, but at the moment, up front they look pretty weak. If Blanco doesn't fire
at the well, I mean, and they're notorious for their dirty tackling and with all due respect, so they've got a very stingy defense because of that. Rafael Marquez, Barcelona man at the back. Let's not forget.
And the other striker, Guillermo Franco, he's actually Argentinian. But he's actually Argentinian. He plays in Mexico.
No,
but he's like almost mid-30s
as
as well.
Goalkeeper?
I don't think so.
Oh no. Okay.
Maybe.
Anyway.
That. But he's actually Argentinian, but he chose to play for Mexico because obviously he never qualified for the Argentinian team.
Well, you never know. Maradona's been picking everybody and anybody, so he may have made Argentina.
He played many years in played many years in Villarreal. Franco, and now I think he's in England now. I'm not sure what club again, but he's a prolific goal scorer. But he's 33 and.
It's also aging.
They're depending on 2 guys with mid-30s.
Yeah, that's right.
That shows
and a wonderful young player in Carlos Vela, but maybe those 8 friendlies will help him. He did come off the bench for Arsenal in the last 3 games of the season. He looked pretty good. He scored a wonderful goal against Fulham.
He's only 20, right?
So he's only 2021, but he's got a finesse touch. He's a great finisher. So I mean, but he needs the support. He needs.
So maybe his 8 friendlies might help Carlos Vela push himself for contention in the first 11, and then he'll be on fire when June 11 comes around.
That's right.
So now talking about how to actually qualify, that's a different question altogether.
Well, yes, it is.
You can start off.
Yes, it was the usual Mexico getting to the final round and then Sven losing all their away games and getting into a bit of a hole, and then Sven getting sacked, and
they almost lost against Canada, that final game in the first group stage.
Yeah.
That in Canada they drew 2-2, but they almost lost that. If they lost that, they would have been eliminated from the World Cup. And that was the only, I think, result they actually got away in the first group stage. All the home games they won, obviously.
And Sven's famous words were, well, we keep winning our home games. Well, that's not good enough. So it wasn't. That's why he got sacked. So
and he went to Notts County.
And then to Ivory Coast. We'll get to that later in our group. What group are they in? Group G preview.
Yeah.
But, they still look like a solid defensive unit, and it remains to be seen how well they'll be doing.
Mexico overall got half teams plays in Mexico, the other half play around Europe. So the Mexican league is considered to be the richest league in Latin America.
Yeah, but I think they always get the Champions League winner.
Which is why probably many Mexican players don't actually go to Europe. A lot of them actually probably good enough to go to Europe, but the Mexican league is just rich enough to actually to convince them to stay in Mexico. But by the same token, Mexican league compared to the Liga or Serie A or the Premier League, it's not the same standard. So whether these players will be able to hold their own and actually excel on the world stage
remains to be seen.
So it will be up to the guys like Marquez with significant European experience.
Yeah, he'll need to lead the team well. He'll need to lead the team well from the back.
Yeah.
And some of these youngsters, and Blanco, need to show his experience.
Don't need them. I think they don't need to do the bunny hop a couple times. It's very famous for that bunny hop. We should do it right now. I just do quick.
Alright. Sorry about that bunny hop incident. My friend Martin got a bit too excited and knocked off the camera, as you can see.
Again?
No. I value my camera. That's because it's not your camera.
Alright then. So
anything else on Mexico other than the bunny hop?
There was, the other thing is that Mexico is also this big underachiever in world football. Some people say it's not, but it's called. The team was qualified 14 times. 14 times qualified for the World Cup. And it has to actually
quarterfinals twice. They'll host each time, so they sort of cheated. I mean, well, you know what I mean. Like your home ground advantage sort of took them to the quarterfinals. So without the home ground advantage, they either made the second round or just got knocked out in the first round. I mean, most of the time they get to the second round.
In 1986, they lost against Belgium in the quarterfinals. Mexico. Yeah. So Belgium, this country, Mexico home team. Chokers. I don't know.
Well, anyway, that's for another rainy day.
And the other thing is Mexico has the record for the most World Cup losses in World Cup history.
Oh, right.
Of any other team, Mexico's team has lost the most.
Come on, that's a bit of a...
That's given because it got 14 times.
That's a misleading statistic. I mean, come on, they make nearly every World Cup, so...
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Okay.